Well, gosh, I can't remember how many years ago it was now, but I became very ill. I was very ill. I was in the hospital. I had ulcers, bleeding ulcers. I had gastritis. I was precancerous in my gut. And even though I was already a healthy eater and only prepared, farm to table foods as a chef, I obviously just had too many toxins in my system from whatever environment, stresses, could have been medicines that I used when I was trying to conceive my children. There's a lot of reasons we don't know for sure. Overgrowth of candida, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I had to really rewind and take a look at what was causing my issues. And when it comes down to it, inflammation causes all disease. So I looked at the foods that caused inflammation, and I created a book called Get Naked Fast, my first book. And I was actually talking, I should say, I took away the 6 no's: no dairy, no wheat, no sugar, no meat, no caffeine, no alcohol. And I called them the no-nos because it's not like you can't have them forever. You just have to minimize them. And really our diet is all about that, right? It's all about meats and sugars. And so when you start pulling back, I immediately got better. I cured my thyroid. I cured my gastritis. I lost 10 pounds in 10 days, which is, a program that I created called the Naked Challenge. But I started talking. Whole Foods in the Bay Area in California asked me to speak. And so I started speaking, and then they sent me to all the Whole Foods throughout the nation. And people said, how can I get naked fast? Because I was like talking about being comfortable in your body naked. How can I get naked fast? And I said, you know what? I'm going to write a guide to stripping away the foods that weigh you down. And so my Get Naked Fast book was a bestseller out of the car. I mean, the trunk of my car. I just drove around, did my talks. People just bought everything I had, and they wanted to know. And it was a transition to raw book, which, it wasn't just about stripping that away, because when you strip it away, what do you eat? And so it was about creating recipes that made sense. Of course, this was in 2009, 2010, and we've grown so much as a global awareness wellness place that people understand now the benefits of anti-inflammatory foods. It's all over the internet. You can buy them here and there, et cetera. So as a pioneer, I definitely started that movement along with a handful of other really smart people.
Yeah, it's interesting, extraordinary, because I think even now, though, there is a hunger and a thirst for this knowledge. And I guess that's because information changes as we go. But you're right,
Yes.
there is a huge, there is an enormous awareness about it, but there's still a lot to learn, and there's still a lot to share, right? So,
well, it's deeper. It gets deeper. It's like the onion skin. The layers just get deeper and deeper. But people get overwhelmed, and it is overwhelming. So it's better just to take off one layer at a time and to really kind of test your body along the way. Because if you try to eat the whole onion in one, fell swoop, you're just going to get overwhelmed. You're going to get a stomach ache. You can't digest it. We really have to take a look at where our body lands on it. There are people who take it so far the other way that they can't eat anything, which is a whole other story.
Well, and that's completely unrealistic, right? This is the thing. It's just trying to find this happy medium that is not poisoning us. And I'm trying not to be melodramatic, but
well, no, but it is true, and it's to no one's fault. From the layman's perspective, we were just taught this is convenient food. This is the way we should eat. We have a food pyramid that makes absolutely no sense in today's world. Yeah. So there's a lot of things that we have been indoctrinated to believe that have been demystified, and we're looking at it now going, okay, now what do we do?